Lucia. Good morning, good people. I want to wake you up in the know, but still with some good vibes today, because whenever I have a desire to satisfy my sweet tooth, that helps make me happy. So I want to help you by sharing my secret when I have that guilty pleasure and I want something really good to eat. I go to CeCe's Treats, and the lady behind that is seated right next to me. We have Simone. So how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
Good stuff. Well, she should be, because hey, don't tell my trainer that, people, just so you'll know too, because if Will's watching, that's not true what I just said before. You'll know that already. Anyhow, she is here today because it's been long overdue that I introduced her business to you, St. Lucia, although I suspect some people may already know of her. And I'll let her tell us a little bit more about her business, because I have a backstory to give, but I'll let her start first and then we'll talk about our beginnings. So, Simone, just tell us a little bit about CeCe's Treats.
Okay, CeCe's Treats officially started in 2014. I actually started baking and selling cakes while I was working full-time. It's a passion that I grew into a business. I really didn't expect this to become such a full-time successful business, but I'm grateful that it has. I started baking with just cupcakes. Right now I have cupcakes, cheesecakes, cake pops, cakesicles, donuts. I have quite a few items on my menu at the moment, but I've been doing this since 2014 and it's been quite a few years.
So that's roughly about like 6 years already. So now you're into it full-time, correct? So this is a question I need to ask, because now that you're in it for the long haul, you fully invested in it. Is there a difference in your business operations from when you were kind of half and half, so you worked somewhere else and this was just a side job?
There is a big difference. I bake 24/7, literally. There is no days off. I bake Saturdays, Sundays, nights, weekends, but it's something I enjoy doing, so it doesn't feel like work. It is something I like. When I bake cakes and whole cakes and whatever it is, and I deliver to my customers call me back and like, I loved it so much. I'm not supposed to eat so many, but I couldn't help it. I had to eat all 6, so I had to hide from my family. I get that all the time.
Well, let me ask you, were you always baking? Was it something you liked from younger, or like how did you develop this talent, or when did you discover it rather?
I always liked baking. I baked from the age of about 8 years old, but I only baked for my house, and I thought everybody used to do it. I did not realize that everybody could not bake. I just used to bake like cakes, and I'd bake a whole cake, and literally that same day it would be done. But it was a norm for me as a child, so I did not realize how good I was at it. It's only when I got older, maybe A-level years, my friends every time, Simone, let's go bake a cake. I should not be saying this. We literally left school, bought ingredients, go to a friend's house, and I'd bake cakes for them. But even then, I did not realize how good I was at it. It was only later on in life. Again, maybe in 2014, maybe 2013, thereabout. I baked cake. I would bake a cake for one of my friends or co-workers, and then everybody, can you bake a cake for me? Can you bake a cake? And I'm like, wait a minute. I will start charging you for these cakes, and literally that's how it started.
Because that sounds like abusive friendship, you know what I'm saying? But I suspect I probably would have been one of those friends too, because these treats taste so delicious. And what I like is that you're so creative, because she's on my WhatsApp, so almost every day I get a blast, so I know what flavors. So the temptation is so real, but then there's always something new. Like before, what's the latest, she posted and she shared about tray cakes, and that looked sinfully good as well. And now we're here, so we're going to talk about what's the newest to the list, which is the cake pops and cakesicles.
The cake pops and the cakesicles, I started maybe 2 weeks ago, and they were going fast. I literally cannot keep up with the orders. I literally have to tell people, you need to give me advance notice, because literally as soon as I post it, everybody wants it. It is fantastic. I initially did it expecting for people to order for birthdays and special occasions, but people are just ordering for their personal use on whenever they feel like something to eat, and it's going good. I'm quite happy, but yeah, it's amazing.
Good stuff. Now, I had to raise my hand. I'm going to be so honest because I know I'm one of those. Like, one time I randomly called, I'm like, I'm just happening to pass by and I really, really want something. Do you have any cupcakes left over? I've tracked her down. We met on the road somewhere. So, she is always available. Customer service is really great. But I also want to add, people usually have dietary concerns. She does vegan cakes and cupcakes as well, too. So just tell us a little about that aspect.
It's something people actually ask me about maybe a year or plus ago, but I just never had the time. And due to COVID, of course, the restraints and everything, and people working less, my orders became less. So I literally had time. That's how I started out the cake pops and the cakesicles, and I tried out the vegan cakes, and these have been going off the shelf as well, very fast.
So you see, guys, we have options when it comes to CeCe's Treats, and she's always working hard to be creative. And like I said, the customer service is second to none. And fortunately, I've not gained a lot of weight, but trust me, it is a great indulgence, a great way to surprise somebody. Which reminds me, now that I have her here in my hot seat, how I met her. It was probably 2 years ago for Valentine's Day when somebody graciously surprised. You see, I'm happy the camera got this reaction where somebody graciously surprised me with cupcakes. I was like, it made my day because I never used to get any gifts for Valentine's when I was a single lady. So that came through, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, who's it from? And then she said, well, the person said not to say. I'm like, really? But I have no clue. She's like, well, maybe they'll reveal later. And I called again. I was like, the day has ended. The person has not revealed. She's like, well, maybe they don't want to say. I said, so you're seriously not going to tell me? I mean, if somebody surprised me, at least I should be able to tell them thank you, but she still didn't. So, Simone.
Do you know?
I still don't know up to this day. So this is why this is your final opportunity to finally tell me who gave me the cupcakes.
I'm sorry, but it's been so long. It's 2 years now. I can't remember.
I have a feeling by that response and that laugh, she still remembers who.
I remember who, but I'm not gonna.
What? You doing me that on camera on my own show?
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
What? Well,
the person will see and they'll eventually tell you.
Well, if you're watching right now, I just want to say thank you so much, whoever you were. And it would be nice if you reveal it. Marlon, it was you? My camera. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, you see, here we go. I thought it was my cameraman trying to take the glory, but he's playing a joke on me too. So whoever you are, since I know it's not Marlon and it's not Simone, thank you much. Kindly reveal yourself after all these years. I think the only good thing about that, the fact she's not saying is, guys, you can definitely surprise whoever you're secretly admiring, because after all these years, she's still not gonna say who. So that just shows how good she is at her business. I'll try hard to let it go. I'll tackle her another time. St. Lucia, if you agree with me, she should just give me an extra cupcake because I wanted to.
I'll give you the cupcake.
Okay, all is well with the world. So St. Lucia, if you are looking to satisfy your sweet tooth, please give Simone a call, and she's always ready to create something amazing for you. And just let the people know how they can contact you. And she's on social media too.
I am. You can contact me via WhatsApp or by phone 488-1693 or Instagram or Facebook CeCe's Treats 758.
All right, so this is where we're going to wrap up, tell you goodbye for today. And I just want to say this lady thought she'd not be able to do this interview, but we've made it to the end. I told her it'd be great, and I suspect I'll stop calling my segments interviews so people don't feel so afraid. So she is amazing. Thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and of course, just give her a call. She will take good care of you.